What's up?
Hello. Welcome to round two.
Round two, we're doing it. ArayaLoL, LOL. We got Flutz and WardOTR. Pokemon Red, any percent glitchless, no instant text. Very excited for this race, especially because Araya got race world record, 2 days ago?
I think so. 14943. First 149 in a no IT race.
Mm-hmm. Which I've been racing with him for like a month and a half now, pretty consistently, and he's been on that pace a handful of times, like 5 to 6 times, and died at black belt or just something he couldn't control. So I'm so happy when he survived the karate chop.
Araya, of course, just one of the favorites for the tournament, one of the best red racers out there.
Mm-hmm. Very consistent. And they're getting started. Wow. Alright.
So Araya, our pot 1 runner, he earned a bye. So this is his first race of the tournament. Once again, just one of the absolute favorites, I think, to win the tournament. Like, kind of in a league of his own as a red racer.
Absolutely.
Of course, that doesn't mean he's invincible.
It is Pokemon Red we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
No control, but he can play. He's gonna play safely when he needs to, and he knows how to play around other people's times in the best manner. And then pot 2, we have WardOTR.
Yep, fresh off a huge upset over Yujito.
Yes, very good game. Also a race PB for him.
Yep.
Very solid. And he's just been improving like crazy the past few months in both execution and decision making. So, really excited to see what he has here.
He's a very solid runner. I think his PB is only 152, but he's had like numerous 149 paces get significantly into the run. So he's definitely got a lot of skill. And last but certainly not least, there's Flutz123, who has the best emote on Twitch, and he's also a very good runner. He hasn't really done PB attempts in the past few years, but he's got a 149. He's a super consistent runner, like constant 140 or 154s, 155s. Definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Definitely a lot of experience on his side, and for red, races are his specialty. So
yeah,
he's very consistent. I've never been in a game with him in which he's fallen incredibly behind.
Yeah, he did unfortunately drop his round 1, but he's still here. He's still very much alive, and he's still very much a threat. Alright, we see everyone on their Rival 1 fights. Just hoping they don't get growled, but getting growled anyways. Alright, gets crit. He's at pretty low health here.
Oh boy. Yes, this is potion for Araya.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Okay, so Flutz out first. Not an incredible start for him, but sub 3 life. Yeah.
Pretty much no one with a particularly good rival fight here.
Ward's out second.
And Araya's done. Did you see Ward's special?
I think
Flutz and Araya both have good special.
I did see Araya's, yeah.
Which good special is very nice because you get to avoid having to do any sort of backups or safety straps later.
Yeah, specifically on Brock, it's going to be saving you 10 seconds on average, as well as for races, you have the death condition where if you have bad special and you do not critical hit, if the Onyx uses a short bide on the turn that you bubble, you may just die and have no way to play around it.
Yeah.
And dying to Brock is not okay.
Yeah, dying to Brock generally sends you back to either a save before Brock or need a manip, which is just a few minutes lost. Ward getting through Route 1's first pass without any encounters, by the way. Flutz and Araya both with experience.
Okay.
So generally we want to fight a level 2 Rat, level 2 Pidgey, or level 3 Rattata. Ezreal, they all choose Squirtle because it is the best Pokemon at dealing with Brock. The others, Charmander has a really slow Brock fight, and Bulbasaur's is actually horrible.
I think you get Vine Whip at level 13, 14, so it's not reasonable. Squirtle makes significantly more sense, and we scrap Squirtle the second we finish Brock.
Yep.
So the stats only really matter until then.
Yeah, the main Pokemon being used here is the Nidoran male line. It's just that in order to get through Brock, we use Squirtle to do it as quickly as we can and swap train Nidoran. Raya getting an unfortunate encounter right before getting back to Pallet Town.
Okay, so Ward is no experience, right?
Right.
Okay.
So Ward's out of the lab first, but he needs to get an encounter.
Ward and Flutz are about even. And Raya coming in behind, also 1 potion down. But good special. Oh, okay.
Okay, Ward tried to stall for an encounter, but decided against it. So you need to get experience off of one Pokemon here in order to get level 8 off of the Weedle guy's Weedle. So Ward's going to have to get experience later on somewhere.
Yeah, so the issue, we didn't get a look at his special, but if he has bad special, he might get in a really awkward situation with late XP. Where he needs to get a backup bird, but also needs to get XP for his Squirtle.
Yep. Opting to switch Pokeball and Potion. So we do need a manip here, and the buffer to throw the Pokeball perfectly can be done with slot 1 and slot 2, but some runners will opt to swap Pokeballs to slot 1 just to have it more like normal muscle memory. You see Flutz do it as well.
And Araya got the potion from the Mark guy.
Araya getting Mark guy potion, that is a very good strat. It's actually not that slow.
Not bad, not bad. I like that. I mean, yeah, well, we gave him great no encounters afterwards, so I'd say great strat.
So,
Or death.
Actually, yeah, the great thing about doing that is he used his potion in his Rival 1 battle, so he'll have normal slot 2 Pokeballs. I say normal, it's only normal for races.
Okay. So...
seem to have cleared that a little bit late, but...
No IGT for Ward.
Alright, Flutz gets it. Flutz naming his Nidoran B, not even pretending to go for extended minute.
Alright. No IGT so far. Love to see that. Come on, Araya.
Extended minute is just...
Araya very likely to get extended.
Yeah. Which it's just extending your Nidoran catch into catching a Pidgey in the next bush. It saves a little bit of time and is really convenient.
Yes, by far one of the harder, or the hardest technique, I'd say.
Yeah.
To learn, just execution-wise, for this run. And I hear in most Pokemon speedruns in general, extended manip is up there in terms of difficulty. It requires clearing several text boxes within frame windows. And you miss one and it's dead. So, did he get it? Was that path 2?
Up, right a path.
Oh, he's going for 3.0, and that looks like a path. Let's go.
Oh, okay, that's path 4 on 3.0.
Let's see.
Ward getting an early poison on Weedle, so this fight can very much troll you.
Yeah, you have to get 2 tail whips off unless you have a bad attack, and you are 10% 10% to get poison on any given poison sting, which is very slow, an extra text box per turn, and you're also bleeding health.
This
Ward's
fight
gonna have to
is
heal here at 6 HP, which is the max HP that you heal on.
this
Or
fight's
the
known
minimum.
as a pretty bad run killer for PV attempts, actually. Mostly because it's not worth it to grab the extra potions normally.
Yes. And also, when your pace gets good enough, if you get poisoned turn 1, you just need to antidote immediately and pray that you don't get poisoned again. Depending on the pace, of course. But on races, for races, you're going to hold the poison and heal 6 health away.
So that start press that Araya just did is part of the newly found. Oh wait, no, not newly found because he's doing 3.0.
Yeah.
But it's a different extension. Normally, the way the extended goes is you will manipulate turn 1 string shot from Weedle. Also, a bunch of Kakunas everywhere.
Okay, well, unfortunately, he got a turn 1 poison crit.
Oh, Ward going for... Okay, yeah. He was going for experience on the Kakuna, but that was a... that was not going to happen.
Good judgment after the first tackle.
Yeah, I think he just went for one hit to see how much it would do and decided it was not close to worth.
So Flutz has gone ahead of Ward now. Oh, okay. I think he takes this.
Yeah, level 4 Rattata is a little bit scary.
Yeah. It's good it didn't get any tail whips off early, but I'm guessing the crit's gonna do like 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's unknown territory fighting a level 4 rat with a level 7 squirrel. Not happening too often.
Yeah, so technically taking late experience is optimal, but you can see here why a lot of people opt to just stay Route 1 bushes and not deal with it.
Alright, gonna check the special. Not.
It doesn't check special.
Alright, Flutz on Brock.
I don't know that I agree with not checking special there.
Maybe he knew it was good already.
Oh, fair.
Alright, so Flutz took out the Judo with no damage. It looks like he's not going after Bush Brock, which is a lot of time save. And also potion save, which you want to keep as many as you can until around when you get revives, and then just a few for the end game to fix up your health for Gyarados in the Lance battle.
Yep. So Flutz getting by, but he has good special, so it doesn't matter. Also, yeah, I guess Ward does have good special because he just goes in. So Flutz with kind of a massive lead, at least for...
Didn't take any damage, did he? Wow.
Yeah.
It's good. Great start for especially 20 race, but any race if I'm finishing sub 13 minutes, I am content.
At 1 HP.
Oh boy, I missed that.
Oh, he doesn't have good special.
Did you get crit by the rock? No way.
I assume so. But, okay, this is terrifying for Ward.
Yeah, so... This is where the condition I was talking about comes up. He's praying that he does not see Bide on the turn that he bubbles with Squirtle.
Yeah, so if you see Bide on the first turn you attack, then you just have to keep going.
Yes.
And you have to hope it either crits or 2 turns.
This is a bit of an awkward situation for him. He's risking it. You got Screech, he needs to heal here after this, which is unfortunate. Good heal.
But he should be safe.
Yes. Now it's really worrying. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay, he's drawn himself into quite an awkward situation. It's going to kill some potions. I'm hoping for Bide here. Oh no.
Oh man.
Yeah, you can see the issue. And he went for it, and this is,
That is
a reasonable YOLO. Yeah, like, there's really... You can see why potioning isn't... At some point, you just kind of have to cut losses, and... That was really bad. Very unlucky. and bad special is not great. So I said it saves an average of 10 seconds, but you could see the other end for this race. Both Araya and Flutz's Brock fights were very smooth, whereas Ward's probably took an extra minute not of his own fault at all.
So Flutz and Araya are on the bug catcher fight. Route 3 is just a bunch of trying to get through as many fights as possible with as few horn attacks as possible. Because you want to save horn attacks for Moon Rocket fight.
Yep. It's a bunch of bugs and birds. The bad fight is definitely Short Sky, which Flutz is entering right now.
Yep. See, quick attack first turn.
So that's where I'm zeroing in on now. So 16, he can die to a high roll. I would consider yellowing it, yes. And he's not dying to a tap with grip.
He's got a good shot at red bar from here, I think, if he gets Poison Sting.
No Rapier would be very good for him.
Okay.
Very good. Alright, and Araya's healing prior? Yeah. Oh, no, dude. Alright, so Flutz is going to heal here. But it's not the end of the world because he didn't get any tail whips, and he's definitely going to be able to finish off the snake. As soon as he breaks out. Ooh, long wrap. That's rough.
Oh,
and he got
turns.
the 5 turn.
That's 1 and 8.
1 and 8.
But he gets through it.
He's through. Araya's doesn't have to heal, that's good. Okay, also at good health if he doesn't get wrapped. Pretty smooth for everyone overall. I don't see the Brock splits, but I want to say Ward had like a low 13. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think Flutz had a 12 OX, Araya had a mid 12, and Ward had a mid 13.
Yeah. So still anything could happen.
Ward needs to heal here. Ward's bleeding potions pretty badly.
Yes, he is absolutely going to be centering before fighting this D. Which is usually a good idea either way.
Yeah, luckily that's not too bad, like, in any situation.
Okay, Ward has been wrapped. And he really doesn't want a long wrap here. Okay. Really good. Well, assuming he doesn't get wrapped again. Okay,
that's perfect.
Very nice. So right now, I want to say Flutz does not have a bird. Yeah, because he had a good special. So Raya is in the lead. By a slight margin, actually very good base for him.
Yeah, that's a
regardless
pretty nice.
Of his rival one.
Yeah. That was a pretty nice tackle crit there because it gives him red bar through the next fight. And actually through the level up, which is... Wait, no, not through the level up. My bad.
For 7? No. This one he's gonna lose, but Oh, no. 7's good, so... Oh, no, okay, I'm thinking the wrong way. Sorry. So here, if he gets tackled, he will be a good HP after leveling up.
Yeah. So one of the nice things is that you can catch the Paris in Mount Moon that you manipulate with red bar. Of course, it's slightly dangerous because if you get IGT'd, then you need, then you just lose, and you need to reset.
So he is going to be at 7, so he could actually risk it. So I would advise for a race, if you're between 1 and 6, you should always heal before going in, or before doing the manip, because it's about 1 in 60 to get a YOLO IGT, which is a failure that you cannot control. It's just based off of the frame that you save on when you save for the manipulation.
Right, having to tackle this Metapod a bunch, which is very unfortunate.
So there you go, he's got 7 now.
Alright, Flutz catching his flyer.
Yep. So actually very close between the two. And he has, I don't know if he'll go with it, but I would consider I'd consider not saving for Market unless he's doing last, which I'm not sure.
I don't believe he's doing
No.
last.
Okay, yeah. So I'd consider having the Spearow, at least to sack it. You could save and still sack the Spearow in bad situations.
Yeah.
But it's just good. The bad thing. Alright, so Moon Rocket's coming up after this manipulation. Possibly one of the worst fights in this entire race.
And we're looking at different manipulations here because Flutz is going for Enter Moon, healing 36.
Yeah, so we'll get to that as soon as that comes. Healing to 36.
I don't hate the decision, especially if you have potions to spare there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't hate it either.
So you can see Araya and Flutz currently just walking through Mount Moon, taking a predetermined path with specific A presses that just manipulates no encounters until it pairs right before the Moon Rocket.
Yep, and we're hoping that they save down a good frame. It's roughly 90% for it to work, assuming they input everything correctly.
Alright, Ward catching his flyer.
Very nice. Also has something to sack.
Yep. So it's kind of a niche strat, but basically if things go super wrong on Moon Rocket's second Pokemon, which is a Zubat, then you can throw in a low HP other Pokemon to kind of save yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Moon Rocket, the main issue is the first Pokemon is Tail Whip, and the second Pokemon is Supersonic. And it turns out that if you get Tail Whipped, you hit yourself for significantly more damage. And also the Leech Life is doing about a third of your health. So you see a Tail Whip and a Supersonic and you could be in big trouble. But throwing the bird in can save you a lot of potions, and could save you a save, in theory, if you have enough horn attacks to risk that. But I'm just hoping everyone gets through it. It doesn't look like anyone's done last, which is an alternate strategy created specifically for the Moon Rocket fight. Also improves other ranges later on, but it's mainly to make the Moon Rocket fight free by getting Nidoking before the fight.
So Araya encountering his Paris.
Right, got it. Flutz also encounter. So, YOLO balls. Success for Araya.
Okay, Flutz gets it.
Success for Flutz. Brilliant. Alright.
So
This could be... I'm really happy with the lack of IGTs. I'm hoping I'm not jinxing it here, but... I really hope I didn't just jinx it. Alright, good.
You're definitely about to jinx some
I was ready for the
Surge Cans
Geodude to pop.
IGTs.
No. They'll use 60/60 cans if they know it's good for them.
And this is the first 1 in 900 that we see.
Alright, so...
Ooh, missing a Horn Attack, oh no.
Oh...
That's really bad for Flutz.
This is not the time, dude.
Yeah. So, Horn Attack is a 1 in 256 to miss due to some programming wonkiness in Gen 1.
Oh, Ward got it. I'm sad.
Luckily, he's right next to a ladder that there's a backup on.
Yes. And he knows the backup, and it'll be fine. I want to say that's one of the rare IGTs, but it might have to do with an A-press prior to the staircase. It's definitely not one of the 1 in 60
yeah.
Alright, so Araya's through. Flutz.
It's a little bit scary. He uses his last Horn Attack here, but Zubat's very much alive. I don't think Tackle kills. Oh no, Flutz, no!
Oh, he did safe.
Alright, so giving Ward an opportunity to catch up.
So he generally missed Horn Attack. It's gonna collapse from there. It seemed he got Tail Whipped and was low on Horn Attacks as well, so...
Yeah, so Gen 1 missing there is extremely bad if you don't have a ton of horn attacks to spare.
Mm-hmm. And
Tilt
Flutz
fails
just...
twice.
Okay, never mind. Oh, you missed again.
Yeah, no, that was a tail fail.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's a free move. I love that. Okay. And that's another tackle miss. Or a tackle. So he's getting a free one this time, but it's not going to make up for... well, I shouldn't say anything yet.
Also, yeah, Ward not getting his backup Paris.
He did not... Okay, Flutz is through.
I think the Clefairy encounter is a mistake. I'm not sure.
And Ward is taking out the rat. He's at 14, which is pretty low.
Yep, he's most likely going to have to heal here.
Yes.
Could risk it.
Yeah, if you saved before, but now it's kind of bad.
Yeah, that Supersonic's pretty awful. Luckily, he hasn't been tail whipped, so
yes, but
he won't hit himself for too much. That crit's just really bad.
Oh.
Opts to just dip. If he
so the issue is that you do that for tail whip, but here it's actually going to gain health off of leech lifing. I guess you can get the pecs off. He might be able to horn attack afterwards.
Yep, hopefully he dies here.
Yeah, I think just being low HP after taking out the...
Okay, yeah, this is
a situation. Moon Rocket's rough. Alright.
Araya getting 2 moon encounters at the end.
So Ward's swapping back. Araya with Clefairy Bless. And he's through. 25-49. Ward's done with Moon Rocket. Flutz is entering Nerd. And it missed Disable, which is great. It can disable Mega Punch, which makes the fight extremely slow.
Ooh, almost gets the natural range. That's a really bad range to get. I think Araya got it because he crit earlier.
Yeah, that range is very unlikely. I want to say it's in like the 30%.
Sounds about right.
Potentially with crits. Okay, Flutz is through 2, and Ward is evolving to Nidoking. So, they all have Nidokings at this point, which I remember when I first learned this run, I always thought that was the most bizarre thing, how early we got Nidoking.
How little we see Nidorino.
Yep. Oh, Nidorino is just gone immediately. That's why I do post last.
Flutz with a 27 flat. Ward starting up his nerd fight, and Araya on to Bridge Rival.
Yep, so here's another terrible one.
This Pidgeotto is 1 in 3 to use Sand Attack on any given turn, and on average you give it about 2 opportunities to use it.
Luckily, it can miss it 25% of the time, due to... Oh, Flutz getting blocked by the NPC. Due to the programmers being nice and trying to make the game a little bit easier by allowing the AI a 25% chance to miss... would you call them status moves? They're not status moves. Moves like Tail Whip Ground that affect the stats.
Stat buff and debuff moves.
There you go.
Also, Araya getting sanded, not wanting to deal with 1 sand, and sending out Pidgey. Luckily, he gets turn 1 hit, so doesn't really lose time. Or at least not significant time. Especially given that he's got about a 1-minute lead.
Sounds like spoilers in the chat. Quick W. Alright, Ward getting an encounter in the towel that he needs to save for backup Paris. That is really rubbing salt in the wound.
Yeah, unfortunately it is not a fortunate Paris, so he will still have to save.
That would have been something. I don't know if you'd go for that though. I feel like you just take that out and take the Moon XP and do the backup anyway.
Oh, that's a good point.
Paris has a pretty horrendous catch rate with the Pokeball.
It's about 78%, even if it's at low health.
Yeah, and the poison doesn't increase the odds that much either, which is silly.
Flutz, by the way, getting a pretty smooth rival fight, it looks like.
Yep.
Right, Ward gets his Paris, and Ward is done.
Very good. First try, yeah. Always terrible when the backups take more than one try, and Paris backup is one that sneaks up on me sometimes. Alright. So this whole bridge segment is just praying for Mega Punch to hit.
Yeah,
it's ranges, not getting pocket sand. Just sand attack from the birds in the middle of the bridge when you miss ranges.
Yeah, unfortunately this segment is basically just keep charging headfirst into things and pray that Mega Punch acts like a 95% move rather than the 85% move that it is.
But luckily we're not using instant text like the title suggests.
Oh yeah.
Because that makes this entire segment significantly more risky. Having to heal or open your menu at any point on bridge is succeeding about a minute's worth of time loss.
Matt, what is instant text?
What is instant text?
That wasn't philosophical. I just want an explanation.
I don't know.
It's you just talk to the guy in the bicycle shop and press B, and all the text is instant, as the name suggests. And it's incredibly risky, because like Matt said, if you open up any menus, try to heal, then you lose it. But generally in a PB attempt, it saves about 2 minutes, I think.
Yes. On the high end, for sure.
Ward getting sanded.
But it was a great rule, great addition rule to get rid of that. It removes a lot of the RNG aspect of the race.
So Ward opting to switch out to Paris, but Pidgeotto still needs 2 hits, so worst case scenario for Ward is that he actually has to hit Pidgeotto twice, and he gets sanded again.
Okay. Araya's at the lowest HP, and he's not even at a low HP at all. So this would have been a great bridge for. It's actually now the sand attack in the beginning. Never mind. It's a great bridge for him. You love to have health here, and he's in a good position to. Well, let's see. Oh, he's horn attacking 29. Okay, that's fair. I think he's planning to center. So it's actually advantageous to get low health here because you're not going to need to heal up as you would in a PB attempt.
Yeah, it was a perfectly fine play. Unfortunately, gets scratched, so any sort of red bar setups become more difficult than they would have been with Karate Chop. Oh, I think Ward got sanded again.
Did he?
Yeah, well, he was missing horn attack, so either that or he's just extremely unlucky.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but he's through, so.
Yep. Not dead. Okay, so it seems Araya with the least bit of troll so far. With a 3302 bridge. That is very nice.
Yeah, generally a 33 bridge is very good.
Solid
with
base.
No IT.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely on a pretty good run right now.
Which is crazy thinking about his Route 1 exit, where he picked up the potion from the Mark guy and left Route 1 like 6 minutes and 40 seconds, I think.
Yeah, Araya had a pretty awful start.
Like, it's not the worst in the world, but like, it's just Yeah, I don't. He's just capable of pulling these paces out of nowhere. Yeah,
Right, Flutz taking it.
no one really in danger of being KO'd here for the most part. So just switching between Mega Punch and WardOTR.
Yeah, this split has some potential for going very badly if you miss too many Mega Punches into the wrong trolls, such as a Zubat coming up on the fight Warzone. Or if you miss and get Supersonic, it's
Yep.
basically the same scenario as Moonrocket.
Yeah, this whole section is really just you're going smoothly through the majority of the fights, and then you'll hit like 1 or 2 fights that slow you down for like 30 to 40 seconds. Or something like that. Like,
So I'm really hoping I didn't curse Ward here. Well, he misses range into Wrap. That's another bad troll.
Yes. Hopefully 2 turn. Yes.
Nice.
Okay. That's not the worst.
Okay, hits the Zubat.
And the is not going to get red bar, but that's fine. He's cruising.
Yeah, red bar here is good, but you're gonna be saving after the next, or not saving, healing after the next fight generally, so it's not the biggest deal if you have it or don't.
Mm-hmm.
There's some parts of the run later on that it's extremely important to have red bar in.
Flutz really not too far behind after the market death.
Yeah, about
At
a fight.
all. Yeah, so like.
Granted, a fight with 4 Pokemon, so.
Fair. Around the Moon piece is probably loaded on Mega Punches. He opted for extra, or he ran into an encounter that he was able to one-hit KO on his way out of Mount Moon, which improved some of his ranges. Yeah. Early level ups. And you're significantly more likely to have a good Mega Punch count. So I'm curious what he's going to do. This isn't like the worst double potion, but centering here is...
Yeah, I feel like Araya will go for center just because he's not going to risk anything.
Yep.
But he'd be perfectly reasonable to potion. It's a really good
tough choice when you have a lot of Mega Punches.
Yeah. Getting his SS ticket. Pushing.
Oh, Ward is getting wrapped again. No, dude.
No.
Right. He's gonna lose this red bar immediately. Or is he even in red bar?
I don't think this is red bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over. It's well over 5th.
Mm-hmm. Rough times for Ward, but he's done with bridge now. Araya potioned, did not center. So I'm hoping this works out for him. His health should be like high 60s.
I mean, luckily it won't be too scary for him because you're not very likely either way to die to Misty, but he will save.
He will save. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he is full health. Perhaps I missed something.
I guess he triple potioned.
Yeah. That must have been it. Which I respect playing around, so...
Please hit this range.
Misty, yes, hit the range. Misty's coming up, and the worst thing she could do to you, the worst thing she could do to you in one hit...
is 72, right?
Is 72, excluding speed falling you, in which case you're just praying for a next defend. But yeah, only 3 moves Misty can use. First turn, I believe it's 1 and 3 for all outcomes. Water Gun, which you pray to see. Bubble Beam, which has a 30% chance to speed fall you, and you are only outspeeding the Starmie by 1 stat point, so it is very bad. And it could X defend as well, which is troll. But also saves you in certain situations, so it's a bizarre one. First, he's got this Goldeen that can Supersonic him, and it did not.
Also, fun fact, it's a range to two-shot Misty. Or to two-shot the Starmie. About 99.7%.
I'm having more flashbacks. Don't miss Starmie range kids. Still. Alright, Arai's going in.
The unfortunate thing about the Misty fight is, aside from some like niche stuff dealing with X defend and 3-turn thrashes,
Yeah.
basically the only thing you can do is thrash and hope for the best.
There's little to no strategy. We set up the route so that we're outspeeding the Starmie when we level up to 25. And now we're just hoping for the best. And he gets Water Gun, which is incredible. He would love a critical hit, and he got
Gets it.
So now Raya's cruising. He's good on potion count. He has great health for 5 bar if he gets if it comes to him. He's not going to force it, but he's at an HP where it just kind of naturally comes.
So fly bar is an optional red bar strat that you can do that saves about a minute.
Yes.
But of course it involves some pretty bad risks later on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so from all the red bar strats, the dying to wheezing and having red bar after that is essentially mandatory. Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Okay, is he gonna potion?
I think I'm getting spoilers in chat. Oh no, Ward, no. Oh no, no.
Not
no,
good.
dude.
I think he called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
RP.
pretty unfortunate.
Very unlikely. Yeah, that's 15% miss, and it's gonna absorb every time, but, you know, he's already falling behind. I understand the decision, you know. Potioning there is... because he's probably playing the center anyway, and that is very unlucky for Ward.
GG's, though.
GG's. You had... very unlucky. I'm pretty sure the Zubat he got in Moon was an IGT. I've gotten the same one, but it might also be a mistake. I may have just made the same mistake. Alright, seems Flutz got through Misty too.
Yep. So we do have a relatively close race between Flutz and Araya. The distance has been about a minute.
Yep, about a minute. Flutz is hoping for no encounters here. Catch up a little bit.
Yeah, of course, this is by no means, like, an insurmountable lead.
Yeah, Araya didn't take any damage at all on the first trainer, which is good for him.
Yeah, so these two trainers, there are, I believe, 4 different Pokemon that can quick attack you. It does about 5 apiece.
Yep. The Pidgeys are 1 and 3 to quick attack you, and the Raticate is 1 and 4. And the Raticate does slightly more damage.
It can be good or bad to get hit by those, just depending on what you need for red bar setups.
Generally, if you're going for red bar, you want your HP to be between 8 and like 16. And then there's the awkward range where you're really close to 20, and it's terrible for Surge. So you have Sonic Boom, which does exactly 20 damage. Or in the high 30s, because Sonic Boom puts you into good HP. So Raya's going into the last really bad rival fight of this run. Champ is arguably too bad, but I like this fight a lot more than Misty, although it's almost as big of a run killer in PBs. Just because you can actually make decisions here. It's not just Thrash turn 1. So he got good damage there. He's gonna MP the rat. Very good. Alright, so he is hoping to not get Vine Whip here. Which he's significantly more likely not to. And he got Vine Whip. That's not good.
Yeah, that's really bad health.
Yeah. So he is going to need to Thrash turn 1. The Voltorb, he could hit himself once.
Yeah, so Surge's Voltorb has Sonic Boom, which does 20, and then Pikachu, which does Quick Attack, and you can just die. From
Alright, so
23.
Flutz entering Pidgeotto now. With 46. Yes,
nice
dude.
crit.
Very good.
Hello.
Hello,
Lord.
That was fun.
So sorry to see that, but I understand the decision, and I probably would have done the same, pace-wise. Like, unfortunate.
Yeah, I was like 4 minutes behind at bridge, so it's just go and die, see what happens.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you hit Moon IGT twice in a row.
Yeah. Was that 2 in a row?
The Clefairy was my fault. That's a
yeah.
from the first room of the backup.
Mm-hmm.
But no, just the fact that I've gotten really consistent on like if people watch my stream, they'd know that I used to be really inconsistent with Moon, and I'm really happy about how consistent I've gotten Moon recently, and I've just gotten just crapped on by the game.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just slightly over 90% to work in your favor the second you save. So yeah, it's part of the game.
Now against these two demons, so what are they ever gonna do?
I mean, yeah. Against Araya and Flutz, it's basically if bad things happen, then it's kind of over.
Yeah,
they're just super good at the game. Granted, bad things can happen to them.
I got wrapped by every snake in the game.
Yep, I saw that as well. No, I saw that as well. That's ridiculous. That's
not my race.
Yeah, Red's not always going to cooperate the best, but overall, like, just played very well in the tournament.
Yeah, I need one thing. Definitely need to look into late XP and how to deal with it better. I guess I gave the Kakuna a test tackle just to see.
Yeah, that was a good runaway after that. Late XP is a tough one. I almost am starting to debate maybe in races because I was a little worried. Did you think your special was good?
I didn't actually get to see it.
Oh, okay.
I was just mashing out of that Rattata. So.
Yeah. Because
I saw my special at 7 was at 14. I was like, oh, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But
so one thing I've been thinking about is if you check your stats in the beginning of the game, you know you have 11 special. I would consider like actually stalling to be viable, just because if you're getting the backup bird, you're doing yourself a disservice by having to swap Nito to the front, do the manip, swap Squirtle back, fight the random counter, swap Nito back. Yeah. So like I think if you know bad special, but you didn't know, but like yeah, that's yeah.
Alright. I'll let you guys get back to the commentary. Have fun, everyone.
GG's.
GG. Okay.
Alright, with a pretty hot 48-30 search.
Yes. Great pace. I didn't get a look at his health situation, but I will see in a second when he cuts this bush. Flutz going for cans. He's at 22.
Yeah, 22 is not bad. He can go for Red Bar if he wants, but there's really not much need, I don't think.
Nope. Oh, okay. So he is in a bit of an awkward health. So this is his issue right now. He's at an HP where it's technically right to save for Oddish Girl, even without Red Bar. So
Really?
that makes it really tempting to
Flutz gets the kill.
to go for the Slowpoke.
Flutz gets the crit, but not the kill. It doesn't matter.
But considering Araya did a race today and it died to Slowpoke crit, I think just that alone may convince him to just save for Oddish Girl anyway. But yeah, the issue is like people debate: should you just Thunderbolt anyway? If you fall asleep, it's just going to absorb spam you, and if it's long enough, you are just dead.
I mean, depends on your potions. But
well, you're
if
thrashing
you're Araya and you have 3, you don't really want to lose more potions at this point, I don't think.
Wouldn't you thrash turn 1 at like 25?
Oh, I was specifically saying in like the situation where the Oddish just...
Oh, no, you cut out. Verona, don't mute yourself. Alright, Flutz is out of Surge. Did we get you back?
Yes.
Nice. So I think Orion might opt the Thrash turn 1. I'd like to see it. TBH. Nope. Alright, that's my dark technology. That's fair.
What, Thrash turn 1?
Yeah, it can go wrong. You could, if you hit self swap, you can get Sleep Powder and Wrap, but he's kind of at an HP where, like, you know, he's not.
It might be worth it.
Yeah.
Flutz taking a moment, then checking his Nita King. It is
But
a Nita.
I don't know the exact gap. Okay. It's a minute 20. Yeah, he can get away with saving before Oddish Girl anyway.
Yeah.
He's probably also watching Flutz, and I'm assuming Flutz is not a Red Bar.
Flutz has, I think, 27.
27, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Rye doesn't have a reason to push Red Bar here. But I do believe he'll be saving before Oddish.
Yeah, the question is, does Flutz go for Red Bar? I could definitely see it being worth it for him. Especially because, I don't know if we made note of this, but actually only half of racers go through this round. So he needs to be one of the 6 top second places if he doesn't win, or he needs to win.
Yep. And then we still have the wild card, right?
Yeah.
So I believe if a third place, if the best third place time is better than the worst second place advancing time, right? So like the 6th best, yeah, they would get the spot instead. Just to avoid like 3 people getting a 152 or something like that, and the third person getting eliminated.
Yeah.
So it'd be a bit harsh.
It also basically makes people who are in third place have something to play for. Like if you have maybe 2 150 paces ahead of you and you're on 153 pace, well, you have a shot.
Yeah, I'll just YOLO everything.
Alright, Araya not going for Red Bar.
Yep. So he will be saving before Oddish Girl, almost certainly at 25. Now, there is a good outcome that's somewhat slow, but he could get paralyzed. And in this health, it's actually advantageous.
Assuming he doesn't get fully parried.
Assuming, yeah, it doesn't go terribly wrong, but... it's like a pseudo Red Bar setup.
Flutz, okay. So, Flutz missing Venonat range, and that disable, if it disabled Thrash, he'd still be stuck thrashing, but he wouldn't be able to use it. And we've seen that go horribly haywire before.
So Raya did save before?
So yeah, this fight's a gigantic troll. It has 4 moves: Absorb, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, and Stun Spore. 2 of which obviously are extremely slow.
Oh no, dude.
We
Okay.
see it here.
And
Okay.
nope. That's good for him. And then there goes that 25% I saw him up before. Or stun spore just inaccurate. That's possible.
I think stun spore is just inaccurate. But yeah, it's about a 55% range, was it? To kill the Oddish?
Yeah, roughly.
Including crit?
Slightly over 50. It might be less than 55.
Either way, not close
in the
to as
50s.
high as we'd want it.
Yes, not at all.
Flutz thrashing the Slowpoke. I hope he doesn't get confused here. Okay. So he gets red bar.
Oh, jeez. I don't... Yeah. I don't like it, but okay.
So there are two possible ways you can go for red bar off of that Slowpoke. One is thrashing and risking getting confused, which is about 10%. And the other is using Bubble Beam into Thunderbolt, which is a little bit slower because you have to swap out, but it doesn't risk that confusion.
Yep. I mean, you're still at the end of the day risking the crit, which is slightly under 3%.
2.7. Slowpoke's really slow.
Yes, so yeah, in Gen 1, the crit rate is based off of the speed. That's why you're going to see Nidoking critting at insane rates. It's about 1 in 6, slightly under.
It's also why Starmie, for example, from the Misty fight, has a bit over a 1 in 5 chance of critting you.
23, yeah.
Getting the exact same fight as Araya. Well, I shouldn't say that before he hits Bulbasaur range.
Bulbasaur range, much more likely. That's in the 80s, I want to say.
Yep. So now I can say he gets the same fight as Araya.
Okay, and if Araya has Araya luck right now, he's getting a quick attack crit here. I just want to call it before it happens. Okay, now Araya luck.
Can't always be lucky.
Nope.
Makes out a tunnel, gets his max ether. I think Flutz is a bit further behind now.
So a much better hiker fight he's having now than his previous tourney match.
Oh, did he Gen 1 miss?
He used Water Gun.
Oh, yeah.
And he did Gen 1 miss Water Gun as well, which is something that you don't really see on this fight too often.
So yeah, in his previous tournament match, Flutz taught over his...
No, he taught Bubble Beam to Squirtle by accident.
Or he taught Bubble Beam to Squirtle, that's it.
But
and had
he
to
was
rely
on
on
a
Water
route
Gun.
where he had a Water Gun, yeah. And, yeah, the two big issues there are the Cubone and Rock Tunnel and the two Geodudes and the Graveler that Hiker has. That are all 1 in 4 to self-destruct. If you don't take them out. Which Water Gun is going to take them out, but he did Gen 1 miss, so it was quite frightening. And Flutz is in red bar. When did I miss this?
He did Slowpoke.
Ah, okay, never mind. I didn't miss that at all.
Alright, so both players going towards... Well, I guess Araya. Flutz still has one fight, but Araya's going towards the one big shop of the race. He'll be getting, what is it, Super Repels, so that he doesn't run into things, Super Potions for health manipulation, Horn Drill, which is broken, and...
Revives,
then a bunch of
because races. He's going to get 2 revives, because he's going to have 2 extra slaves to use. Or I shouldn't say that. 2 extra friends to use.
HM buddies.
HM buddies, yes. And also he's going to get the Polka Doll for the Polka Doll skip. He's going to skip the entire Rocket Hideout in Celadon City. And just go right past the Marowak Ghost in Rock Tower. That's been the case forever in 90% Glitchless. The only category that doesn't do that, I believe, is it right?
Yes.
Yeah,
let it be known it is not considered a glitch.
Not considered a glitch, and we get to avoid the extremely slow spin pads in Highlands. That's great. Big fan.
Oh yeah. If you're curious to see what that looks like in a race, go check out some classic runs. They're pretty fun.
Deceivingly much more difficult than regular glitchless.
Araya missing X spec and clicking out of the menu.
Oops.
It's very easy when you're doing things very precisely in menus to make small mistakes that actually become huge mistakes because everything's so precise. Araya's gonna have a sub-hour fly, by the way. It's on a very, very good pace.
And that's no fly bar either. So, very solid from him. So this is roughly in the like 152 pace range, so we're on there.
Ooh.
Assuming things don't go terrible, unfortunately, I think things have been swapped. Yeah.
But that's basically what I just mentioned, where a small mistake